Welcome to this System Yoga Find Your Fire class. As you can imagine, there's going to be a ton of focus on the core today, working up to our peak pose, which is going to be Eka Pada Koundinyasana, balancing on the hands. So let's make a start kneeling on our mats and immediately draw attention to our breath, inhaling and exhaling out through the nose, noticing the texture, the sound of the breath. Noticing the length of the inhale and length of the exhale. Lengthening the inhale, lengthening the exhale. Seeing if we can bring the time of the two of them together. And then start to turn on your Ujjayi breath. That victorious breath, constricting the throat on the exhale like the fogging of a mirror, fogging of a glass. Warming the body. As we move through the practice today, we're going to generate plenty of heat, but there's also going to be moments of stillness, and the breath is going to be our key lever to help us move through those difficult parts of effort. Listen to the sound of the Ujjayi breath, the ocean wave sound, and then if you wish to, now's a nice time to set intention for the next half an hour or so. Roll out through the wrists, bring the hands together, lace the fingers, start to warm up through the wrists. Bring the hands together, prayer pose at the heart. Then backs of the hands together. I love this one, it's so great for the tops of the forearms. Do it every single day, brings so much benefit. A lot of these classes have tons of focus on the wrists. We're putting our entire body weight at times through the wrists, so we've got to make sure we're nice and warmed up. Brilliant. When you're ready, come straight into plank pose. Push the ground away, hands shoulders distance. Feet can be hips distance or toes together, depending on your preference. Push the ground away, tuck the tailbone in, making sure that core is engaged. We don't want to be raising our bum like that, and we don't want to be sagging down either. We want one nice line, our core turned on, helping hold our body up engaged. Push the ground away, grip down into the mat, and root down simultaneously through the base knuckles, bring a nice solid foundation. As you do that, firm the inner arms together, firm the forearms into the middle, towards the face. Dome out through the back of the heart. Keep breathing. Firm the inner thighs together. Engage the glutes. The body now should feel all really engaged, all really turned on. It actually means that in a pose as difficult as this one, the body is helping us. All the muscles are engaged, doing the job they need to do. Keep breathing. The breath that we started at the start of this practice now can be a really nice time to focus on bringing that meditative aspect to the practice. Start to take the mind inwards. The time just passes. And acknowledge as well, this pose is meant to be hard. The body may well be screaming at you now. If it is, you can bring the knees down or try and stay with it. We're nearly there, we're not far away. It's meant to be difficult. So acknowledge the fact it's meant to be difficult. Thank yourself for showing up and doing it. And know that you're just along for the ride. Go for all those bits of alignment again. Root down through those base knuckles. Grip the mat. Firm the inner arms together. Firm the inner thighs together. Engage the glutes. Dome out for the back of the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Just a moment longer. Starting to build that heat immediately. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knees down. Come back onto the heels, roll out through the hands again. the backs of the palms together. Come straight into your downward facing dog, first downward facing dog. The practice, making that upside down V shape. Maybe pedaling out the legs for this first one. Anything that feels good before you find stillness in the shape. Don't get too obsessed with the heels coming down, put a micro bend in the knees. Stretching out through the hamstrings, tuck the ribs in, tuck the navel in. Broaden across the collarbones, spread the shoulder blades wide. Inhale, exhale. Inhale one more time, gaze between the hands. Exhale, step forward. Take as many steps as you want until you arrive at the top of the mat and fold down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Again, keep a bend in the knees for this first one. I'll keep a bend throughout, you'll tighten the hamstrings. And enjoy the sensation of the head and of the heart. Imagine you're pulling your kneecaps up, that turns on the quadriceps, helps stretch out those hamstrings. Breathe deeply with every exhale. Feel the lower back start to open up. You fold in half. The next inhale, gently, slowly sweep the arms all the way out to come up. Gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, the hands come to the heart. Stepping to the top of the mat. Start of our modified sun salutation A. Let's get right into it. Inhale, sweep the arms out to come up, gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, fold right back down where we've been. Uttanasana, forward fold. On the inhale, hands come to the shins, flat back. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front feet, step back into our plank. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale. On the next exhale, shift forward, shoulders past the wrists. Bend the elbows all the way down to the mat. Gently slide the hands forward, forearms down to the mat. Inhale, peel the chest off. Gaze up at the tip of the nose, Sphinx pose. Exhale, gently lower down to the belly. Sweep the arms backwards. Arms come next to the legs. As we inhale, peel legs, peel arms, peel face off the ground, locust pose. Exhale, come all the way down. Hands come back underneath the shoulders. Inhale, come onto the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Gaze up at the tip of the nose. Exhale, roll over the feet, knees, hips. Lead the way back to downward facing dog. We'll keep moving. Inhale, gaze forward between the hands. Exhale, step forward, straight into a forward fold. Hands come to the shins on the inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, sweep all the way out to come up, gaze up as those palms touch. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Moving forward into our second lot of those. Inhale, sweep the arms out to come up, gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, swan dive down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Take a breath in, exhale, deepen that forward fold stretch. Inhale, hands come to the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come back down to frame, the front feet stepping back into our plank on the exhale. Inhale, pushing the ground away, firming the inner thighs, tucking the tailbone. On the exhale, shoulders shift past the wrists. We bend the elbows all the way down to the belly. Slide those hands forward. Inhale, Sphinx. Exhale, fold all the way down. Like you're doing breaststroke, the hands come back round next to the legs. On our inhale, we peel up, locust pose. Exhale, fold all the way down. Hands come back underneath the shoulders, onto the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Gaze up at the tip of the nose. Exhale, roll over the feet, knees and hips, lead the way downward facing dog. We add those extra back bends in to the sun salutations. It can be a really nice place to double up on them. Otherwise, we have this delta of forward folds versus back bends. Never get enough back bends in, but adding the sphinx in, adding the locust in, helps us get more repetition. It's repetition over time that actually increases our ability to go deeper into those positions. Not just the prone back bends, but some of our back bends like bridge and wheel, all comes from there. Inhale, gaze between the hands. Exhale, step through. Straight into our forward fold. Inhale, exhale, deep, deep forward fold. Inhale, hands come to the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way out to come up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Final round of our sun salutation A. Have a little bonus surprise at the end. Sweep the arms out to come up as we inhale. Gaze up. Exhale, fold. Swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, frame those front feet. Plank pose. An extra breath in and plank. 2 lots of inhales, 2 lots of exhales. In your own time. On your next exhale, when you're ready, shift forward past the wrist, bend the elbows all the way down. Sphinx pose again, sliding the forearms forward, peeling chest off the mat, gazing up at the tip of the nose. Exhale, fold down. The arms, breaststroke, round and round. Ready for our locust on our inhale. Exhale, fold all the way down. Hands come back, underneath the shoulders, onto the tops of the feet. Preparing for upward facing dog on the inhale, filling up with air. Exhale, over the feet, hips and knees lead the way. Downward facing dog. Inhale here. On the exhale, drop the forearms down to the mat. Dolphin pose. Really nice pose, this one. Real great balance between strength and flexibility. The shoulders really get both. And we can dial up the benefits of both depending on how stacked over the shoulders we are. But take a dolphin that's a bit of a mix between the two, so the same stance as your downward facing dog. Shaping that upside down V shape. Push the wrists down into the mat. Gaze is between the elbows. If you don't do a lot of dolphin, this one might be tough for you, but a great one to add in to your practice, particularly if you're working towards handstands or in this case arm balances. This will really strengthen our shoulders, give us that strength we need for Eka Pada Koundinyasana coming later. On your next inhale, pop forearms back off the mat into your downward facing dog. Take a nice clearing breath, inhale in, exhale out. Inhale, gaze between the hands. Exhale, step through. Straight into our Asana, forward fold. Take an extra breath here. Let the heart rate slow down. Inhale, sweep the arms out all the way out to come up. Exhale, the hands come to the heart. So dolphin was our aforementioned surprise there. It's the last round of sun salutation A. We'll take our sun salutation V now. Bring the feet together at the front of the mat. As you inhale, sit back and sweep the arms out, grazing the floor into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring the weight into the balls of the feet, tuck the lower ribs in. Gaze between the hands. Feel free to take the hands wider. Those shoulders are tight. With every inhale, lengthen up. With every exhale, ground down. How much further can you sit down? Can you go an inch further down? Can you go another inch further down? Look down at the feet, make sure you can see the toes. Weight in the heels. Inhale. Exhale. Uttanasana, forward fold. Opportunity here to take the arm balance. Step the feet back, maybe a ruler's distance. grip the mat with the hands, root down through the base knuckles. Take the feet back a touch more and bring the knees onto the triceps. Make a bit of a shelf. So it's the same shelf that we have in our chaturanga really, that we're working from. It's the basis for all of our arm balances. And we want to feel that weight go from the heels of our hands into our fingertips. And then as we do that, the feet are going to become light. Explore maybe bringing that left foot to the glutes. Then as you lean further forward, grip the mat. Right foot joins it. Back Asana, crow pose. Inhale. Exhale, coming down. We didn't take that, meters in plank. Inhale. Exhale, creating that shelf again. Chaturanga Dandasana. All the way down to the belly. Hands come forward, inhale, Sphinx. Exhale, lower. Hands swim back like breaststroke. Ready for locust. On the inhale, up we go. Exhale, lower down. Hands come back under the shoulders. Ready for upward facing dog. Tops of the feet on our inhale. Exhale, up and back. Downward facing dog. Feel free. Take child's pose at any time. Or stick with it. Observe the heat generating in the body. Downward facing dog, always a great time to check in with the breath. If you've lost it, if it's gone, now's a great time to pick it back up. Focusing on that ujjayi breath on the exhale. Bring the feet together at the back of the mat. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Push the ground away. Inhale, up and back. Three-legged downward facing dog. Exhale, right knee is going to come over to the right tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to nose, round the spine. Place the foot between the thumbs. Take a look back. Make sure the feet are hips distance as you prepare for your crescent lunge. And then on your inhale, come up into your high crescent lunge. Bend deeply into that front leg. Push the back heel as though you're pushing it against the wall. Inhale, length. Exhale, depth into that front knee. We're going to take eagle arms, Gavadasana arms now. So on your next exhale, swing right arm under left. So we come round, wrap the arms around each other. Take those eagle arms. It's going to be really nice for the shoulder blades before we move into our arm balances shortly. Uncoil these, hands back upset. Gaze up as the palms touch. Final bit of challenge for balance. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Step back to plank. Bend at the arms. Chaturanga. Straight up and facing dog. Up and back. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths in, downward facing dog now. Allow the heart rate to come back down. Maybe you enjoyed that little break off the arms, quite nice. In high lunge. Again, if you've lost the breath, bring it back. Feet together at the back of the mat. Inhale, that left leg rises. Hips stay square. Exhale, knee to nose around the spine. Push the ground away. Inhale up into three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee comes over to left tricep. Feel that weight move from the heels of the hands towards the fingertips like we did in crow pose. Inhale up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose again around the spine. Foot comes between the hands. Gaze the back foot, move it over it needs to. hips distance. Inhale up, crescent lunge. Bring the hands up to the sky. Create space in the shoulders. And as we exhale, left arm will sweep underneath the right. Coming into our eagle arms, stretching out those shoulder blades, pulling them apart. Really nice. Enjoy that sensation, enjoy that stretch. Untangle the arms, gaze up at the hands as they come to go for a final challenge of balance. Exhale, bring that front foot, step back through plank. Lower the arms, bend them, chaturanga. Open facing dog. Exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward between the hands. Exhale, step forward, straight into Asana, forward fold. Heel to the feet together. Inhale up, chair. On that same inhale, come all the way up. Hands come to the heart. Closing out that sun salutation B. Gaze is softly ahead. Hands come back by the sides. Take a moment here. Then as we inhale, we're going to make our way back to downward facing dog. Sweep the arms all the way out to come up. Exhale. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands frame the front foot, back through plank. On our next exhale, we come over the wrists, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Hips lead the way back, downward facing dog. Preparing now then for our peak pose, Eka Pada Koundinyasana. We'll do it on the right side, we'll do it on the left side. And we're really going to think about some of those principles that we've been exploring all through the class. So the idea of weight moving from the heels of the hands to the fingertips that we explored in crow, and we explored when our knees went to our triceps on both sides. That's going to be pivotal in this pose as that weight comes forward, freeing up the back leg to hover off the ground. And the other principle is that shelf that we're creating chaturanga, those bent arms that we've done so many times throughout this class already. They're going to be super important. So we'll do the right side first. Feet together at the back of the mat. Inhale, that right leg rises. Exhale, right knee is coming to right tricep. If this is as far as you can go, keep practicing here. If not, create that shelf, bend those elbows, and begin to bring the weight forward, 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 and then gently that back leg hovers off the ground. Stay here for a couple of seconds, bring it back into your downward facing dog. So plenty of time to explore that, pause the tape, do it again a few times. If you want to, we'll try on the left side. Feet together at the back of that, inhale, that left leg rises. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. If here's too far, then keep practicing here. If not, create that shelf, come forward, hover, right leg off the ground. Gaze forward, keep the breath. Return to your downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, the knees come down. Back, sitting on the heels. Roll out through the wrists. Hopefully you're feeling quite hot. And the core quite engaged after that one. No, I certainly am. But those arm balances take time, they take practice to really get the hang of. So keep exploring them. And you can add them into your flows on either side as you do sun salutation B. You can do that every single time before you come in to the warrior on either side. Like the prone back bends, it's that repetition over time that really helps us. Going to come into a final plank to close out this practice one final bit of fire before we finish, one final bit of work on the core, and that's all the hard work behind you. So approach this plank with mindfulness in mind. Start to try and disassociate yourself to the screams that your body may be giving you, and just enjoy this final bit of effort, knowing that it's a final bit of effort. So when you're ready, bring the hands down under the shoulders, fan out the fingertips. I always like the index finger facing forward, keeps the humerus in a neutral position, and come into your plank pose. Feet can be hips distance, feet can be together. I'm going to go together on this last one. Remember to tuck that tailbone in, engage that core. Remember to grip the mat and firm down for the base knuckles, giving you a strong foundation. Firm the inner arms together. Push the ground away. Push the ground away. Take energy from it. Firm the inner thighs, engage the outer glutes. Give you that really solid foundation, that really solid skeleton for these positions. And just breathe. Enjoy it. That's when you know you've really mastered the art of the breath. That's when you can keep it steady in postures like this one. Inhale. Exhale, the knees come down. Shake out the hands, shake out the arms. That's it, final bit of effort for today's class. Sit back on the knees and then bring the head down to the mat. The arms can be by the sides or ahead of you, child's pose. Roll the forehead back. Gaze between the legs. Just let everything go. Let that fire that you found begin to roar on and begin to calm down. Let go of the Ujjayi breath. The simple breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Stay in that child's pose as long as you'd like to, or come into a more traditional Shavasana if you prefer to close out this practice. Thank you so much for taking this time. Namaste.